Hey everybody, what's going on? It's the Fantasy Typhoon and it's game time. And it's Monday. So you know what time it is. It's Monday. It's time for hurt or help. Time for me to stand up. Like it says, hurt or help. Rate my advice for the week. Did I hurt you or did I help you? Hey, I'm the Fantasy Typhoon. I'm not 100% correct, but I have faith in my projections. I have faith in my algorithm. I have faith in my film study that I've given you start sit advice throughout the week to help you win your matchups. You can also call in. Call in number is going, let's see, 407-809-8330. 407-809-8330 is the call in number. If you want to call in with your fantasy questions as well. Make sure if you're watching on Periscope, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. It's about to go down.
It's about to go down. In a minute, let me touch down. I'ma get it. Cause I been waiting all night. It's game time.
Once again, folks, welcome to Game Time. I'm your humble host, the Fantasy Typhoon, and today is Monday. You know what that is. It's hurt or help. Remember, Tuesday is waivers day. I always have a special guest for Tuesday. We're going to bring you those waivers. We're going to bring you those top-notch ads for the week. We're going to teach you how much fab to use. We're going to answer your questions. Wednesday, I have Can You Beat the Coin? I have my good friend Jeff Hasley of Football Guys. That's something that we do together. It's more for you bettors. Help you navigate throughout, which spread is this, spread is that, how to navigate those spreads. Thursday, the doc is in. I have a special doctor come in. We go over all the injuries through the week, get you ready to set your lineups. And then Friday is Freestyle Fridays and fire them up. I tell you which players to fire up, and it's Freestyle Fridays, anything goes. And Sunday is Who Do I Bench? Have special guests in and out. The door is wide open. Special guests coming in and out, helping you guys set those lineups. Let's just go over some things of notable interest this week that we must address. Tonight, we got Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against, we got Tampa Bay. Hey, who Tampa Bay play tonight? We got Tampa Bay. I'm having a brain freeze. It happens. It happens to good old Typhoon too. It happens to good old Typhoon too sometimes. The Rams. Good grace. I could not think of that team's name. The Rams. We have the Rams and Tom Brady. Goff versus Brady head to head. I know some of you need huge help tonight, like me. I need Mike Evans and Ronald Jones to give me about 40 points to pull off this victory tonight. But we'll see. So let's continue with hurt or help. Let's get ready for week 12 coming up. Mark Ingram and J.K. Dobbins are out. They play Thursday night. They play Thursday night, 8:20 on NBC. On NBC, they are out, folks. So go ahead and start making new provisions. Do not put any fab for either one of those guys. They are out due to COVID-19 restrictions. They tested positive for COVID-19. So they are out. Remember, if you participate in ESPN fantasy leagues, Taysom Hill will be QB only when you wake up in the morning. His tight end designation will be stripped at ESPN. So when you wake up in the morning on ESPN, When you wake up in the morning, Taysom Hill will be a quarterback only. He will be a quarterback only when you wake up in the morning. Raiders signed outside linebacker Vic Beasley to their practice squad. Just doing a recap, just kind of catching you up, just giving you a 60-second catch up on what's been happening. Seahawks placed tight end Greg Olsen. He's on injured reserve. Bengals officially placed, Joe Burrow, Burrow is now on injured reserve. Head coach Matt Rule of the Carolina Panthers. Christian McCaffrey is week to week, but it's unlikely he will play this Sunday against the Vikings. The Bears have placed star safety Eddie Jackson on injured reserve COVID list. He's on the COVID list. I'm sorry, not injured reserve. He's on the COVID list. Matt Rule says he's more optimistic Teddy Bridgewater will play this week. Chicago quarterbacks Mitchell Trubisky and Nick Foles are still dealing with injuries. Matt Nagy has yet to name a starter. Matt Nagy has yet to name a starter for the week. Doug Marrone, head coach of the Jaguars, defensive end Josh Allen will be out for quite a while. Cleveland Browns, well, you guys are looking good right now. Your head coach, Kevin Stefanski, says Myles Garrett will be out for week 12. So he's out. Remember your Thanksgiving Day schedule. We have Thanksgiving football coming up today. Texans at Lions at 12:30. That's on CBS. The football team and the Cowboys, my Cowboys, will be at 4:30 p.m. On Fox. And the Ravens and the Steelers, boy, we love those two matchups there. 8:20 on NBC. Let's see if we got anything else. Tua was benched after he said at his presser the NFL is a little bit easier than what he anticipated. Tua was benched for Ryan Fitzpatrick. So that's about enough of a catch-up for this week. What's up in Septivus? That's my man in Septivus. What's up, man? What's going on? Hey, how did you do in your matchups this week? Did you win your matchups? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or a thumb in between. Let me know how you did on your matchups, man. I want to know how you're doing over there. Like I said, this is a community. If you want to become a part of this community, it's small and we're growing. We're growing into an army. Just simply subscribe on YouTube. Hit the notifications button, ding, so you know when we go live. Also, if you watch it on Periscope, simply subscribe on Periscope as well. And now let's just do a review of what my recommendations, my fight. Look, you guys, if you catch one show, you need to catch the Doctors, my doc show on Thursday. Well, actually, you need to catch all the shows. But if there's one that you really need, the most imperative for your start sets as far as you getting things together to dominate your fantasy leagues, Tuesday is waivers. Thursday is the doc comes in and runs down all the injuries. So now we know who to start sit on Thursday. I'm sorry, on Friday when we do Friday freestyle. Friday freestyle and fire them up. Make sure you get fire them up. And then Sunday, that's when we do the tweet. So, sometimes weather comes into play. You have all kind of outside circumstances come into play, and we kind of clean those up, kind of revisit. So we might have told you this on during the week, but this safety is now playing. He's going to shadow. New information has come to light. What I'm saying, we had to change some things. Make sure you call in. Phone lines are open, 407-809-8330. If you need a huge deposit into your fantasy account tonight from a player, I need a huge deposit from Mike Evans, and I need a huge deposit from Ronald Jones. I need an excess of 40.5 points for me to pull off this win tonight. I'm in a high-scoring league, so I don't know. It's possible. It's not like those 40 points are not like your regular PPR points. These guys get a point if they fall down. If they fall down, that's a point. So those leagues are pretty stacked as far as to the points category. Let's go over fire them up from Friday. Who did I tell you to fire up? I told you to fire up Justin Herbert. I told you to fire up Matthew Stafford. Took an L on that one. I told you to fire up Alex Smith. We'll take a look. And I told you to fire up Lamar Jackson. So we'll go back and review those. Wide receivers, I told you to fire up Keenan Allen. I told you to fire up Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool. Told you to fire up Will Fuller and Cooks. Told you to fire up Tyler Boyd. And told you to fire up Mike Thomas of the New Orleans Saints. So I also told you to fire up Damon Harris. Told you to fire up Brandon Cooks. Told you to fire up Chubb. Boy, we hit on the running backs. That running back algorithm, boy, is sweet. So I'm starting to see now that my running back recommendations are on point. Let's see. In September, what's up, man? Winning by 9 points to have Robert Woods and Antonio Brown. He has Chris Godwin left, so you already -9 in the game. So yeah. Let me tell you how I feel about that tonight in September. You should be laughing tonight. Should be a whole lot of laughter for you tonight, my man. Great job. Let's check in tomorrow, man. Let's hope you get that win. Oh, doing a show in about another 30, 45 minutes with Bob Lung. He's going to grace the show with his presence. Look, he's going to bring consistency, not ranking, consistency. So we're going to go back and we're going to go through this thing. We're going to find out which guys have been consistent. That's the main thing. Who has been putting up fantasy points on a regular basis that you can kind of start, that their floor is real good. So right before your trade deadlines come up, boy, you need to know who's being consistent so you can go ahead and make those last minute moves to your roster. Look, this is all for free here at Game Time. Come on in and have a seat. I'm the Fantasy Typhoon. And before we move on with the show, I'll just go ahead and go over some of the schedule next week. Next Sunday, Dolphins and Jets, Cardinals and Patriots, Panthers at Vikings, Browns at Jaguars, Titans at Colts, Giants at the Bengals, Chargers at the Bills, Raiders looking pretty good at the Falcons, 49ers at the 4 o'clock game, at the Rams, interdivision rival, Saints at the Broncos. That should be an easy one for the Saints. Defense is strong. Chiefs versus the Buccaneers. Oh, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes at 4 o'clock. CBS, that should be the Romo game. And then Sunday night, Bears at Packers. We just told you doing a 60-second rundown, the 60-second recap, that Matt Nagy doesn't know who the quarterback is going to be thus far. Nick Foles and Mitchell Trubisky are both hurt. So we'll see what will happen there. Now, let's just do what we do here at a tradition here at Hurt or Help. Let's do one of our traditions. We're just going to go through the top 5 for the week. We're going to go through the top 5 players that won the week for you. We're going to go through the top 5. And let's see. We're going to go through the top 5. Number 1, Deshaun Watson. Come on down, Deshaun Watson. Number 1 quarterback. Thus far, we still got Tom Brady. We know we still got Jared Goff. But as of today, right now, Deshaun Watson has conquered the week as the best wide receiver in fantasy. 30. Let's see how he did it. 36 rushing yards, 344 passing yards, 1 rushing TD. Now, remember, this is 4-point TDs, pass TD, and 6-point rushing TD. And he 2 TDs via the air. So let's give Deshaun Watson one more round of applause. Deshaun Watson, number 1 fantasy quarterback. I had Justin Herbert, but he's coming in at number 2 at 33.4, as you can see. Kirk Cousins. Let's see if I can make this bigger for you. Let's see. Let me make this bigger. Kirk Cousins coming in at 28.1. And third, Kirk Cousins in third against my Cowboys. Patrick Mahomes, 27 points. 27.0 coming in at number 4. Aaron Rodgers, 26.8 coming in at number 5. So Deshaun Watson won the week. Justin Herbert, second. Kirk Cousins, third. Patrick Mahomes, fourth. And Aaron Rodgers, fifth. So if you started any one of those, guys this week, pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back. You started out great. Now let's go over these running backs. Let's see which running backs won the week for you. Let's see what did these running backs do. Who won the week? Dalvin Cook. What? Zeke? Is that a misprint? Do I see Zeke up there? Let me blow it up for you so you can see. Is that Zeke? Dalvin Cook, number 1. We still got Ronald Jones. We still got Leonard Fournette. We still got my man Cam Akers. We still got Brown, and we still got Evans or Edgerton. I keep forgetting his name. The other running back for I'm having another brain freeze. I got too much going on. I've been watching too much film today. I'm trying to remember too many names, and it's clouding me. It's clouding my brain at the moment. It's about time for me to do a brain dump, folks. That's when I just come on and I just start talking and just giving you fantasy goodness. And I just start talking, no topic, and just giving you fantasy goodness as I unload all of the stuff that's in my brain. Let's see, Dalvin Cook, number 1. Let's see how he did it against my Cowboys. He was on the fire him up, but of course, if you own Dalvin Cook, you fire him up anyway. But let's see how he did it. 5 receptions for 45 yards. Well, he got a quiet 115 yards. It didn't look like that as you watched the game. It didn't look like he really got that many yards. Looked like we kind of held him down, but at the end of the day, he came up with 115 yards, 1 rushing touchdown for Dalvin Cook. Once again, Dalvin Cook running back 1 for week 11 thus far. Still got Leonard Fournette, and still got, you never know, still got Leonard Fournette, still got Ronald Jones, still got Malcolm Brown, you still got Cam Akers and the other Darrell Henderson. That's it. You still got Darrell Henderson. Derrick Henry coming in second at 22.2. My boy Zeke, look at Zeke. Zeke is on the board. Zeke is on the board, coming in at running back number 3 in fantasy at 21.4. Clyde Edwards-Helaire at 20.7. And good old J.K. Dobbins. Boy, J.K., let's give J.K. Dobbins a round of applause. J.K. Dobbins made the list, coming in at 18.5. Now remember, J.K. Dobbins just placed on the COVID list. J.K. Dobbins and Mark Ingram are on the COVID list. They will not play Saturday night, 8:20 p.m. against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So make sure you're aware of that. Also, make sure you know if you're in ESPN league, when you wake up in the morning, Taysom Hill will not be considered a tight end. He will be a QB only. So make sure you prepare for those adjustments because they are coming. Let's see. Now we had Dalvin Cook in Fire 'em Up. We had Derrick Henry in Fire 'em Up. We loved that matchup, but we didn't know who was going to get it in as far as the Ravens backfield. Looks like J.K. Dobbins was the one that rose to the top this week. Definitely didn't have Zeke in the Fire Up and didn't have Helaire in the Fire 'em Up, but we got 3 of them. So we got 3 of those right. We got 2 of the quarterbacks right, 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks. We got 3 of the top 5 running backs. Now let's go to your wide receivers. Let's see who won the week. Let's see who won the week. Let's see who's top 5. Let me blow it up so you can see it. Let's look at the top 5. What we got? Keenan Allen. He was on Fire 'em Up. He was number 1 on Fire 'em Up. Now look at him. At the top. He is at the top for the week. Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, come get your trophy. Keenan Allen, come get your trophy. Yes, Keenan Allen was number 1 on Fire 'em Up, and he's at the end. Well, we still got Mike Evans. We still got Antonio Brown. We still got Godwin. We still got Woods. We still got Kupp. So we still got a lot of prominent wide receivers left. But as of now, Keenan Allen is number 1, 36.5, 16 receptions, 145 receiving yards, and 1 receiving TD. Keenan Allen is ruling the week. Adam Thielen is right behind him. 8 receptions, 123 yards, and 2 one-handed touchdowns. Tyreek Hill coming in at number 3 with 29. Damiere Byrd coming in at 28.3. New England Patriots wide receiver coming in at 28.3. He's been bouncing around the league. Just came from the Arizona Cardinals. And Devontae Adams, 25.6. I mean, to be honest, we can say Devontae Adams every week and be right. So we really don't count him. You know, he's a must start anyway. So we don't try to pat our back on anything like that. But we did call Keenan Allen number 1 of the week. And lo and behold, he's number 1 for the week. All right, let's move to tight ends, and then we'll go ahead and shut it down. Unless we get any questions or any calls. Remember, we're taking calls as well. We're taking calls here at the studio now. 407-809-8330. 407-809-8330. We're starting we're starting small. We're going to grow up. Let's see. Let's do these tight ends. I'm curious myself to see who won the week. I'm pretty sure it was Travis Kelce who won the week, but let's confirm. Yes, it's old Kelce. I've been trying to trade for Kelce in all my leagues, gearing up, getting ready to go to the playoffs. I can't get him. I can't get him. They want too much. One dude, I guess he was being sarcastic. I sent him an offer. He sent back. He said, truthfully, I don't want to sell him, but I'll take this. He added my DK Metcalf, my Devontae Adams, and my Tyreek Hill, and my 1 for Travis Kelce. So he was, I don't know, he was just being a league mate. You know how they are sometimes. I ain't bothered no more. I won't. I'll send him something here and there, but you know when you act like that, pretty much, I leave you alone. I leave you alone. I don't have to have your players. Look, I've been doing this for over 12 years. So there's always more than 5 ways to skin a cat is what my father always taught me. So, you know, just because you have one of those owners in your league that are, you know, kind of hard to deal with, you know, and I don't want to curse on the show, but you know what I'm saying. You run into those types, but you got to know how to deal with them. So in the chat room or something, we'll say something here, then I'll bring it up maybe privately on the private chat and then clear it up that way, man on man, and then we can move forward. But that's all sometimes it takes. But anyway, let's get back to Travis Kelce, 28.9, number 1 tight end, won the week. Travis Kelce won the week. That's pretty much easy one, folks. So no need to taking a pat on the back for that. Let's see how he did it. 8 receptions, 127 receiving yards, 4 passing yards, 1 receiving TD. Once again, Travis Kelce. Well, we still got Gronk. We still got Higbee. We still got Everett. So that could change, but as for now, Travis Kelce is the man. Darren Waller coming in closely at number 2 at a 21.8. Mark Andrews is back in the building. Mark Andrews is back in the building. 20.6. Coming in at number 3. Dallas Goddard is back in the building. Boy, I've been telling everybody who would listen to go get Dallas Goddard before that breakout happens. But I'm talking about not just the breakout. I'm talking about before the takeover happens. Let me put it that way. Breakout is a couple of games. Takeover means I'm on for the rest of my life. Robert Tunyon coming in at 15.4. Actually, he was wide open on a couple of more plays. Actually, could have did more damage. But let's go over the recap. Travis Kelce, number 1. Darren Waller, number 2. Mark Andrews, number 3. Dallas Goddard coming in at number 4. And Robert Tunyon coming in at number 5. So those have been your top 5 at each position. At each position, those are your top 5. Those are the guys that won the week. So if you're looking in your DFS, Fire them up is your show. If you're coming for redraft, waivers is your show. If you're coming for dynasty, waivers Tuesday is your show. That's when we talk we talk dynasty pretty much throughout every show. But if you really want that focus on redraft, if you really want to focus on DFS, Friday freestyle, and fire them up, that's where you want to sit down and with Old Typhoon and get it in. Remember, we got Bob Lung coming on later tonight. It's approaching that 8 o'clock hour. We're going to reach out to Bob Lung, bring him on. He's feeling a little bit under the weather, but we'll bring him in, give him a test, he's a game time decision. So we'll give him a test, see if he's ready to rock and roll. If not, we'll go ahead and reschedule. And And if not, hey, we'll go ahead and rock and roll for the night. But this has been Fantasy Typhoon. This has been another episode of Hurt or Help. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow. Make sure you get in where you fit in. We go.